it's providing so much money for so many members. But this is a culmination of a vision that you had many, many years ago. So to have those types of things happen, to have members be able to report those types of testimonials is it's truly an amazing thing. And then to stack on top of it the challenges that we've had during the month of December, so that those people that you now know obviously rely on those income sources couldn't all get paid. I know that weighs heavy on you, and I understand you're trying to make sure it's crystal clear to the field how heavy it weighs on all of the corporate staff. I think that before we move on to this off this slide, I think it might also be advantageous, without getting too specific, for the field to know some of the work that was done by the technical staff, because we're always bragging about our technical staff. Listen, just so everybody knows, the attacks, the magnitude that we've been through, shut companies down. They completely shut companies down. You've all seen it in the past. Sometimes you think it's an excuse. Sometimes you know it's not an excuse, and the companies just absolutely got smashed by hackers or by third-party out-of-control sources that just took them by surprise. Well, this is one of those things that certainly took CFX by surprise, but I don't think Waska will mind my at least telling you this, that programming staff were working 24 hours a day in shifts around the clock for very extended critical times to make sure that that wasn't our fate, that the fate of the company was going to move forward, and all of you over time will receive everything that's due to you, and that we're going to have the satisfaction of being launching all of the exciting things that Edwin was talking about on stage during the cruise.
Well, actually, John, it's really critical and very, very important that what you mentioned, because some of the things that are being done are completely out of the blue in the mind of the, in a regular guys, like, that are not programmed, that are not part of the programming staff. Like me, I mean, some of the things that I learned and I be able to see in the past years is blowing away my mind, because it is impressive, the time consuming and the details that you need to have in order to secure a platform. And before CFX, we often joke about, wow, so many companies in MLM space are scams, and how many companies actually put themselves behind they've been hacked, on the story that they've been hacked, another lies, and it's important that people understand that how many times we've been under attack in the last 2.5 years. Of course, we don't communicate that, we don't say that, because we are in a business of trust and confidence. But it is really important.
Yeah, sorry, just to interject. You've also fully committed yourself to having a team that can manage those things. So there's no point in constantly alarming the field every time it happens, because we expected it to happen. And newsflash for all of our members that perhaps are a little surprised, the more successful we become in 2022, the more it's going to happen. Now, that does not mean we're going to have serious downtimes. In fact, that was one of the reasons that so many resources were spent. And I'm not sure how much information you're going to get in the next few minutes, but let's just say that the work that has recently been done puts us in very good shape right now.
Very good shape, because we took a month to update all the system and everything that is been going on. But let's be honest, guys, hackers and people dedicated to do this type of things, they have all the time in the world to sit down and figure it out and study and follow you up, and they are waiting for us to make an announcement to go and see, okay, they are paying, let me see how many bitcoins I can get, and they've been trying unsuccessfully for the last 2.5 years. We've been privileged to have a very good programming team that secure our fort, and also a risk management that we put only there payout. It's really important that you understand that your assets are secure, and the way we build the ecosystem was for long term. We never built a company or a website and an internet with a weak infrastructure. If it was the case, we no longer been here. We are here because of that. But it is really important to understand that in this growth is a pain, a growing pain that we're facing at the time that we are expanding our capabilities. And of course, we never expected to be in another way at the end of December, when at the end of November, beginning of December, when we promised that we're going to deliver, because Bitcoin dip, volatility, bug in the payment processor, and on top of that, um, security breach. And of course, we grow a lot during 2021, and we needed to update everything regarding technologically and looking forward specifically on this exploit that are around there, because it attacks not only us, attacks hundreds of companies around the internet through that specific login issue. But it is really important that we feel confident. We feel very well now that we reassume a week ago operations. It is really nice and reassuring to see the excitement on the field and the membership going in, and take advantage of the opportunity again, and just reassuming building their teams. It is really nice. And also, of course, we've been releasing a lot of payouts, and we search the way to continue delivering while the techniques or the programming team were building the infrastructure and updating the infrastructure. We were pushing payouts, of course, in another way, in a more rudimentary way, but massive payouts. And that's what good leadership does when decision making needed to be implemented. So I think most of the people that receive payouts during December know what I'm talking about. A lot of people receiving payouts during the month of January. And that brings me to talk, John, a little bit about the announcement that we did back in September about the wallet addresses that were duplicating the system. Like many members manage family accounts, and they have the same address wallet in many accounts. And also, some of the rookies grab our payment processor, the same address where they purchased the package. They grab that one, that it belongs to the company, of course, and save it to receive withdrawal, when actually they are sending the money, the commissions, to us again. And it creates a lot of backlog. It creates a lot of delay in getting the work done to release payouts. And we did that announcement I think on September, but there is a lot of backlog in the system with requests in October and November. We cleared out most of half of October back in December, and that's where we went. We have to stop. But basically, guys, a lot of duplicate wallets is still on the system. A lot of company wallets is still on the system, and the programming team already implemented a warning alert on that area in your back office, where people probably will read it right there, because it's right there when you save your wallet, to not to not get into that mistake again. And it's really important that we update those wallets. We feel very happy that we are releasing and catching up 4 weeks like we promised, and it's our intention to keep it that way. A lot of withdrawals in December are being released, and this is some of the things, John, that when we have and face a storm, and you have a faith, confidence, and a belief, and the team that are behind you, and you commit, it is very time consuming and very energy demanding. It was really demanding actually. The process that we've been through over the past 4 6 weeks, and I cannot imagine us, but I cannot imagine you guys. It's really not good. But the important thing is we are in 2022. We are moving forward. The company have a great people behind it. We are intent to come stronger than ever, and it is really good in this 2022 that we look into the future. And looking back, remember, guys, in order to know where you're going into the future, you need to know your past, but also you need to be aware of the present time, in order to look into the future. And John, I think it's wise to mention that not most of the people, but a few people look negative stuff when things are not well. I don't know why. I don't know why they focus on go and searching some Facebook group, some fake profiles. They feed up from a lot of negativity, and I think when people are desperate between the wall and the knife, they do unthinkable stuff. And I say this because most of the fake news that you see out there in the social media, they create fake profiles. They don't talk on their behalf. There are scammers hidden in fake profiles, putting fake news and lies, making bullies of networker, professional, successful networkers around the globe. People that had tremendous success and they trained themselves for years to be where they are. Texting families of profile with fake profiles, defunding, slanders, statements, and basically lies. And I never pay attention to any of that because I think I rather focus my energy in the new stuff. But listen, guys, not everybody have the same training and the same focus, and other people are more sensitive than others. So I think it's really important to communicate that looking into the future 2022, we need to walk away from all that because I don't know why. And I think thieves, and how you say, vulgar, thief, uh, scammers, um, not too much educated people, people dedicated to do bad things. They don't care how good you are or how good you are impacting in the world. They just want to tear you apart. But I just want to let you know, those people, that I send my best energies to them. God bless them, because I know in the law of the heaven, they will pay on earth. And I for sure know that they will get what they deserve. And that's why we just don't want to dedicate more time to that, but we are going to walk away from all decentralized that, and we need to look into the future, and we're heading into the future, a more compliant business in 2022. And we've been working on that for the past year and a half, for almost 2 years, because we believe the master plan that we have for CFX and for the company is beyond imagination. Um, and probably you need to trust on every word that we say for the past 2 years and a half, and the promises that we made that we fulfill. And trust and believe that it's going to be that way, because what we are doing is disruptive. It's never been done in MLM history, and it's going to impact the world in a in a positive way. And just want to tell you one thing: your business never